hello, hi, welcome. If you're new, welcome back. If you're not new, I don't have many subscribers, so you're probably new. Hi. So today, I'm going to talk about the time I was almost murdered in my friend's basement. I know it sounds clickbait, but legitimately, this almost happened. Okay, so this is back in like 2008, 2009. So I would have been in about grade 8. And my friend was having this party. I don't think it was for her birthday. At that age we were having a lot of parties just for whatever reason. And by like party, I mean like we had like shaving cream fights and like water balloon fights and just things like that. So I just think it was one of her random parties that she liked to throw. And we had done all our outside stuff. And at this point we went back into the house. Now my friend at the time was living with her grandma. And her grandma was super cool. It was super fun, and she let us have this party in her basement. So we got bored, we were listening to music, we ate pizza, like we already did all that fun stuff, and so my friends decided to go rent a movie. Not a big deal, we're like, okay, cool, movies. Yes, we rented movies, I know, I'm old, I'm showing my age. So we went, her mom was gonna drive, and because we were legal and good, her mom could only take 4 other girls with her, and there's about 6 of us at this party. So my friend who's hosting the party went because it's her mom, and then me and some other girl ended up deciding that we're gonna stay here at her house, which is totally cool. I didn't mind. I knew her family well. I'd been friends with her for a long time. It wasn't that big of a deal. So we went there. So then we went back to listening to music and just hanging out in the basement. Me and this other girl, because it's not like we were gonna hang out with her grandma and her grandma's boyfriend. That would be weird. So we ended up going downstairs, put on some music. It was probably 3 Days Grace because we were little emo kids and we thought we were just the coolest with our dark makeup and listening to 3 Days Grace. So it was probably 3 Days Grace that was on. Then all of a sudden, through the 3 Days Grace, I'm assuming it was 3 Days Grace, there was like the sound of glass breaking and things being thrown. So we turned the music off and we're freaking out at this point because we know there's people upstairs. It's not like we thought someone was breaking in. But at the same time, when you hear glass and things being thrown, you kind of freak out a little. So we freaked out a little. We turn the music off and then we hear her grandma yelling, "You need to stop. There's girls downstairs." So we freak out even more because he thought we'd all gone to rent movies, and her grandma let him know that there was 2 of us in the basement. So we were in this one room where we were gonna be sleeping for the night, and we hid under this table, and it was stupid because you could see everything. And we were like, hey, table, good hiding spot. It wasn't. We did not feel safe there. So thankfully though, her grandma had given us a tour when we first got there, so we felt super comfortable about where we were staying. Always do that, because we knew, because of this, there was a room across from where we were that was just kind of like a storage room full of stuff. So we hauled butt to that room, like full on sprinted, and we ended up hiding behind a pile of stuff pressed up against bikes on opposite ends. So there's a room. There's one bike here, and we're pressed against those bikes. So, pressed up against those bikes. And while we were doing that, we were whispering back and forth, trying to decide if we were gonna run to my aunt's house, who just happened to live down the road. So we were trying to figure out a plan how to do that, because we were in the basement, and what we heard was coming from about the kitchen. So the way the house was laid up, the basement stairs went up to a door, and then the kitchen was off to the one side and my friend's bedroom was off to the other side. So we'd have to pass them and try to get out and then run. So the girl who I was with, she's like, no, let's just stay here, we'll stay hidden. And good thing we did, because he ends up coming down the stairs. So we can hear him coming down, we can see him from where we are, but he can't see us. And he ends up going into the room that we were just in and trying to find us. He doesn't find anything, he doesn't think to look anywhere else, so he just goes back upstairs. So he goes back up and they start fighting again, and we hear some more like doors slamming and things like that. And then sweet little grandma comes to the stairs and is like, girls, he's gone. And naive me, I'm like, okay, yeah, let's just go upstairs. And the girl, she's like, no, don't do that. We don't actually know if he's gone. Like, what if he's just trying to use her to say that he's gone? And so we waited down there in silence for probably like, it felt like forever. In reality, it was probably like 10 minutes until her grandma finally came down to tell us that it was okay. He wasn't there anymore. So we end up going back upstairs with her once she's like confirmed with us. She came downstairs, coast is clear. And we saw blood on her kitchen floor. There was glass, overturned chairs. Her grandma was bleeding. Not like too bad, but like still, she was bleeding. And then our friends came back and we told them what happened, obviously. My one friend got so freaked out that she ended up going home. The rest of us stayed. We didn't even bother calling our parents. We're like, this is normal. It's not. But we're just, this is fine. So we stayed and we watched Van Helsing. And yeah, went home the next day and everything was fine. I don't even think I told my mom until like later on in life. But I'm so convinced that if that man had found us in the basement, he would have done something. Like, I truly think if he was willing to hurt my friend's grandma, I don't see why two random girls he didn't even know would be an issue. So thank God that girl was there to keep naive me safe, because if it wasn't for her, things could have ended up really bad. So that's my story time about the time I was almost killed in my friend's basement. I told you that we were gonna get more fun. I've got more stories, more fun things hopefully, more corgis. So yeah, hopefully you stick around and see what else I have to offer. Thanks, bye!